going to focus on remainders. And on the story poem, be careful to read the questions carefully. So, the school librarian has this many new books. Each shelf can hold 24 books. Question is, how many shelves can be completely filled? So, they want you to read that carefully. Remember, they use the skills of divide, multiply, subtract, and bring it down. And they do the math for you. And there's a remainder of 2 books. So the question is, how many shelves can be completely filled? The answer is 52. So let's take a look at this for number 1. Remember, we're going to look at these problems. And when we start out, we're going to think this number is closer to 50. So it's easier to look at 50 going into 120. So how many times does 50 go into 120? I know it's 4, or 50 goes into 120. I know 5 goes into 12 twice. So I'm going to say 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. So my number is less, so that's good. And then I subtract. 10 minus 4 is 9. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0. 19 is less than 52, so I'm doing good. Bring down the 5. How many times does 50 go into 190? Just shy of 4 times. So I'm going to say 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. I subtract. 5 minus 6 is 1. 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I have 23, remainder 41. So let's try number 2. And again, I'm going to think 40. How many times does 40 go into 147? Well, I know 4 can go into 14 about 3 times, so I'm going to try 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. I subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. 21 is less than 42, so I can bring down my next number. Awesome. How many times does 4 go into 20? That is going to be 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 4 is 16. Ooh, I made a mistake. 4 goes into 25 times. So let's try that part again. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20 plus the 1 is 21. I subtract, and I have 5 remainder. Let's take a look at one of our story problems. A long life light bulb is guaranteed this many hours. If the light bulb is left on for 24 hours a day, how many days, so they're looking for a full day, should that light bulb last? So this is definitely division. I'm going to repeatedly subtract 24. Again, I'm going to think 20. And if you're good with 25s, you can think 25, but let's think 20. So how many times does 20 go into 23? Well, I know 24 can't go into that, so I have to go to 230. So I'm going to say 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. Carry my 3. 9 times 2 is 6. Sorry, 9 times 2 is 18. Plus the 3 is 21. Can't take 6 away from 0. So I'm going to borrow 10 minus 6 is 4. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Now I bring down my 4. 2 can go into 14 7 times, but I'm going to need some space for my ones. So I'm going to go 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry my 2. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And the answer is 96. But remember, we cannot have naked numbers on story problems, so we have to label it. And it wants to know how many days. So I'm going to label days. Go ahead and give this a try and come see me during office hours if you need help.